Hi, I'm Ron Galloway, president of New York City Relief. Welcome to our new YouTube show, coming to you live from on top of the relief bus in the community we serve, New York City. Yeah, today is an awesome day. It's our first episode, and the title of this episode is When Pets Attack. Many people challenged with homelessness, our friends who live on the streets, some of them live with their pets. And they love these animals so much that they will often feed their pets even before themselves because they love them. And some cities actually provide not only housing for homeless people, but a cat or a dog to keep them company in their new dwelling. They understand that good pets are therapeutic and healthy. Now, that's not the kind of pet I'm talking about today. I want to talk about another kind of pet. A pet that isn't so healthy. Pet peeves. A pet peeve is an action that a particular person finds especially annoying. Everyone has pet peeves, and many of them are quite common. For example, number one, leaving the toilet lid up. Hello, ladies. Am I right? Or am I right? Number two, writing in all caps. People hate that. Smoking can be a pet peeve. Chewing with your mouth open. I get that one a lot at home. Perpetual lateness. Maybe someone eating off your plate or eating your dessert. Or maybe it's the guy dawdling in the airport security line ahead of you. Or maybe it's someone who doesn't pick up their dog's poop in your yard. Or maybe it's just the person doesn't wipe down their equipment in the gym after they use it. Or maybe they're in church and they let their baby cry and cry, or let their phone ring and ring right in the middle of service. I don't know. A lot of different kind of pet peeves. They're really just a lot of little petty irritations that can multiply over time into a lifestyle of perpetual disgruntlement or even petulance. Now, they are the clutter of the mind. They are the mud on the lenses through which we view the world around us. Some see beauty all around us. Others just see nothing but idiots getting in our way. Recently, a man in New York City was arrested for having a 6-foot alligator in his apartment. Okay? Another guy raised a tiger cub into a 400-pound tiger in an apartment in this neighborhood in Harlem. Crazy. That tiger eventually got so big, it attacked him, and he barely escaped with his life. You see, the pet in pet peeve is descriptive of how we coddle and nurture our offenses, kind of like that guy coddled that tiger cub. They're cute little things until we feed them so much until they become big, vicious monsters. Now, are we willing to clean house and get rid of these pet peeves before they bite us in the rear, in the hiney? Pet peeves can cause perfectly normal people to go from worshiping in their car and glorifying God one minute to cursing somebody out and giving them the finger the next, right? What's wrong with us? These pet peeves are areas of our life that we give completely over to the flesh. I've been in the car when my dad is driving, Richard Galloway, founder of New York City Relief. And I've been in the car when somebody cuts us off, and I freak out like, whoa, that guy almost killed us. But somehow my dad, he never lets it faze him. He just lets it go. And most of us would be justifiably angry, but he forgives them right in the moment. No offense at all. It's a mark of great character, especially when you think of the fact that we drive in the state of New Jersey. It's not an easy thing. You have to be very spiritual to handle this kind of environment. So that teaches me a lot about how to overcome even my gut level offenses. You see, pet peeves are not commonly well thought through. They're gut reactions that happen in the moment. These reactions are usually of immediate disgust or anger. One of my mentors as a teenager was my youth pastor, Spencer Nordine. He described our hearts as barrels. And when something happened to irritate us, the barrel would spill over. If the barrel was full of poop, that's what spilled out our mouth. If it was full of honey, that's what spilled out our mouth. Now, the Bible says in Luke 6, for the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. That's what that's about. In other words, pet peeves are an indicator of what's hidden in our heart. But let's call pet peeves what they really are. Areas of offense. An offense is really just an annoyance or resentment brought about by a perceived insult to or disregard of or one's self or standards or principles. In other words, how dare you, sir? Pet peeves are just hot buttons. We've all got them. Now, when we take offense, we don't think of all the similar offensive acts that we ourselves have committed or are committing. We place all of the blame on the person who's offending us in that moment or pushing our pet peeve button, right? In fact, we don't take any responsibility for our reaction to it. And in fact, our reaction could be much worse than the actual act of offense or pet peeve. Jesus says it himself in Matthew chapter 5, 21 and 22. He said, "You have heard it was said to the people long ago, 'You shall not murder,' and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you, anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, 'Raka,' is answerable to the court. Anyone who says, 'You fool,' will be in danger of the fire of hell." Now, the word raka is derived from a root word meaning to spit. You ever been so mad at somebody or something, made you want to spit? It's easy for us to excuse our contempt for others because it's mostly happening out of public sight, right inside here in our minds. But Jesus calls that mental murder. Even if we think ill thoughts and judgment and nasty stuff inside our head, he holds us accountable for it. But the truth is, when offense is given, no one has to take it. There's a line in this song called "Baptize My Heart" by Misty Edwards I love. It says, "I don't want to be offended when it's all coming down." I love that song. It reminds me that petty offenses are a waste of my time and energy. They suck away at my soul, and I just don't have time for that nonsense. The interesting thing about offense is that when it's given, you don't have to take it. When friends offer to give me their real life pets to babysit, pet sit, I kindly turn them down because I explain I have 4 children and I can't manage any more wild animals, in my home. So when a pet peeve tries to set up camp in my mind, I can reject it. I can kick it out. I can put that pet down instead of letting it take up residence and coddling it. I can be free to pardon others and hold nothing against them when they push my pet peeve button. This is the very gift that Jesus gives to me and you. Mercy. Micah 6:18 says, "Who is a God like you, who pardons sins and forgives the transgression of the remnant of his inheritance? You do not stay angry forever, but delight to show mercy." That's what it's all about. To be like Jesus, we've got to learn how to live a lifestyle of mercy. Mercy is the lifestyle I want to nurture, I want to develop, I want to feed, I want to coddle. Mercy isn't based on other people's performance, but it's based upon the performance I myself have received from God myself. It's light and not burdensome, because it lets go of the right to punish and judge. Mercy embraces the opportunity to love, not as a chore, but rather a delight. Mercy fills your barrel up with honey. How sweet it is. This has really been fun, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates, get the next episode so you don't miss it. If you'd like to volunteer on the relief bus to feed the hungry and love some people on the streets who need it, just go to www.newyorkcityrelief.org. If you want to make a gift to help the homeless there, a financial gift, you can do that there too. If you want to check out my blog, of which there's kind of a script for what I've been talking about, that's at www.thisisyourbrainonjuan.com. And I want to just, from all of us at New York City Relief, I want to leave you with our motto: these things we do, that others may live.